Christian with St. Augustine TV. Welcome to Hilaman Company, here in beautiful St. Augustine. If you've ever wondered what it's like to step back into the coolest parts of the mid-century, this is the place. And today, we get to hang with the person behind it all, Taylor Hilaman. Taylor, let's start off with, what first pulled you into the world of mid-century furniture and art?
Well, my mom was an interior designer. I was going to market with her, and then I was exposed to all the different kinds of furniture, and I was really gravitated towards the mid-century. And so that's what led me down this path, was 15 years ago, going to market for the first time.
What's the strangest, most surprising piece that's ever come through the shop?
Well, locally I found a Bible from 1607 called the Geneva Bible, also known as the Breeches Bible, and it was calfskin bound over wood binding, just very fantastic, and I sold it, and I should not have sold it. It was very rare.
Do people ever walk into the shop and instantly see something and that just takes them back to their childhood?
Every day I hear, my grandma had this, or I grew up with this. I feel like the store is like a nostalgia trap for boomers.
If your furniture could talk, what kind of stories do you think they would tell?
Well, some of the pieces are in amazing condition. They don't necessarily show their life, but others, like the smoked glass coffee tables that I have here, I actually had to flip the glass because they had razor blade marks, and they were from South Florida, so you can fill in the blank. So they are definitely used.
How different is your own home to your shop? Do you live like you sell, or is it totally different?
I absolutely live like I sell. So everything in my house is vintage except for my TV and my Xbox. But all the furniture, art, and accessories, even my plates and most of my silverware are vintage.
Do you have any pieces that are uniquely Florida?
I do. So I'm constantly getting in original artwork by Florida artists. There also are a lot of accessories and even pieces of furniture that have Florida histories. Those usually sell very quickly in the shop, so you just got to come and check it out before they're gone forever. But I do have a couple. So like this one is Bill Massey, Jacksonville artist. He was prolific in the 60s and 70s. The one behind it too is Francis Archdeacon from 1960, titled Three Green Bases. He was a Sarasota artist. So I'm always getting in local Florida art. And so that's something you just got to come into the shop and see for yourself.
So are there pieces in your shop that you currently have that you're surprised that haven't sold?
I do. So currently this Nero Portoro marble coffee table, this is quarried from only one quarry in the world outside of La Spezia in Italy. This was acquired in 1959 by a family in the Navy that was stationed down in Livorno. They drove up one afternoon, purchased the table, brought it back to base, and a few years later when they came back stateside, the Navy shipped it to them to Gainesville, where it stayed ever since until I purchased it. And so this is an incredible Italian modernist design, and it is still here, surprisingly.
If you could have dinner with any mid-century artist or designer, who would you pick?
Probably Paul McCobb. He passed away in 1969, and he was known as America's designer, and I just feel like having a cocktail and a cigar with him would be a fun time.
What's your guilty pleasure decor item that, you love but purists may roll their eyes at?
Well, I love Italian ceramics, and one of my guilty pleasures would be high-end ashtrays. So like this one was made by Marcello Fantoni out of Florence, imported by Raymore. This one's circa 1960. Just the colors are beautiful, the quality is excellent. I like to use them as accessories for catch-alls or for keys or any sort of thing.
Which piece of furniture really sort of embodies you?
I would say a record player. For instance, the one that I sold last week, because I did a full restoration of it, and the hands-on process of making it, turning it from an ugly duckling to a beautiful thing, the ability for it to look good and entertain at the same time. I think that thing really speaks to me.
So you don't just find unique pieces, you actually put some value into them by restoring them and cleaning them up and researching their history.
Absolutely. And so let's say if I get a piece that's been painted, unfortunately, over the past few decades, I'm able to strip all the paint off, fix any wood issues, just restore the piece back to its former glory, so it'll have a whole other generation of use.
If you could invite one celebrity to walk through your shop and pick out just a piece or one piece, who would that be?
I would probably want Snoop Dogg to come in because I know he'd be enamored with all the different fantastic ashtrays that I have. But if I couldn't get Snoop, it would probably be Taylor Swift because I know there would be 10,000 people in the next day.
If you could time travel thrift anywhere in the world, where are you going?
Probably mid-50s Manhattan to the Herman Miller showroom so I could pick out any of the amazing things. So either like an Eames 670 lounger and like rare leather options and wood options, or get like a George Nelson wall unit, or just any of the rare chairs or offerings that they had.
It's the lightning round. Danish teak or walnut?
Walnut, for sure.
Ames chair or Barcelona chair?
Eames chair.
Funky lamp or sleek sofa?
That's tricky. If it's an Italian lamp, I'll choose that, but then I'm partial to like a Vladimir Kagan sofa, so it's really going to depend.
This has been such a fun tour into your world. 2 last questions. What's the one thing you hope every customer feels when they leave Hilaman Company?
I want them to feel a greater appreciation for modernist design, whether it be to art, furniture, accessories, and I want them to be satisfied that they now know everything that they can know about a certain piece that they picked up. I'm learning more every day too. I'm never content with what I knew yesterday. I think that it's an important time in American history and world history, especially for design, and so just being able to let people experience what my interests are is definitely a rewarding aspect of the job. I look at it as peak Americana. We're victorious in World War II. All the designers felt like we were going to have flying cars in 50 years and we were going to be living on the moon by the year 2000, so they designed accordingly and they just made it, everything was very optimistic.
For someone visiting St. Augustine, why should Hilaman Company be on their must-stop list?
Because it's a different kind of antique store. I only specialize in a few decades, and so I want someone to be able to come in and just experience the best that the 20th century has to offer for art, furniture, accessories.
It's a curated experience, and you have a really good eye. So the next time that you're in Uptown St. Augustine, turn on to Rhodey Avenue and check out Hilaman Company.